So how are you beautiful people? I'm back again with this mind-blowing tutorial for today. And this is one of the, I told you in ready to wear business. If you want to really excel, if you want what you are going to sample and people will buy, invest in something like this. If you can make normal top two-piece trouser, it's everywhere now. Almost everybody is wearing it. The truth is, how is your own going to be different? So always look for something catchy, something different. Let people know you for doing something different. That's where you sell. So today we'll be making this type of gown. This gown, this particular style is very, very beautiful. And let me tell you, is the simplest style that you can ever think of. Don't look at it that is very complicated. Watch this tutorial with an open mind, and I tell you, you are going to make your own perfectly. Now I'm going to still be using my mini measurement pattern so that you will see it clearly. Now, you will agree with me. I want to make my pattern now. I want to make my pattern, skirt pattern, and my skirt pattern from my waist to my hip. Now, do you know why I told you that this style is very simple? It does not have that, and there's no how am I supposed to, if your waist is 38 and you made it 40, it won't really matter because of these gatherings, the fullness that the skirt came with. So it needs enough space, it needs enough fullness. Okay, let's go into it so that you understand what I'm saying. Now, waist divided by 4, there's not going to be a sewing allowance. Reason why there's not going to be a sewing allowance is that there's no joining by the sides of that skirt you are seeing. The skirt does not have side seam. The only seam you are seeing is side seam. The only joining on that skirt is back and the center where you have the slit. You can choose to have the slit in the middle, front middle, or you can choose to have it by the front side. Now, this is my waist line. I will have, this is my waistline, but I'm going to be imputing my borderline first, okay? And this is my borderline. Now my waist to hip is 9 inches and I'm marking it right here. Now my hip, waist to knee length is this and I'm marking it right here. Then my full length of skirt is this. This is my hip line. This is my knee line. And this is my hemline. Because what I'm making is like a pencil skirt. Do you understand? It's like a pencil skirt. Now, waist divided by 4 inches. This skirt does not have side seam. The only seam you have is that front center and then the center at the back where the zip is going to be. The sides does not have any joining. The sides of the skirt does not have any joining. So waist divided by 4 plus 1 inch is what I'm going to be marking here. Hip divided by is what I'm going to be marking here. Sorry. Hip divided by 4 plus 1 inch is what I'm going to be marking here. On my knee line, I'll bring down whatever I marked here to the knee line, but I will remove 1 inch. And this is what I have here. The same thing that we have on the knee line, we'll bring it down to this place. And so my skirt, I will not normally to cover out your hip line, you use hip curve, but for this one you don't need hip curve. We don't need the shape around that area because that place does not even have shape. Okay, so I'm going to be using my ruler to connect like so. You can see that I'm having sharp edges, right? This is how it's supposed to be. You are not shaping out anything. So this is our front pattern, right? Now there's something else I want us to do. Okay, but that thing is not really necessary, is if you want, and that's curving out the front pattern. You will curve out only the front pattern, don't curve it on the back pattern. Now I'm going to be coming down the front pattern by 1 inch, okay, and I will connect it to the edge like so, okay, and I will trim it out. It's not really necessary, but if you want to do it, it will add to the beauty of your gown. Now the same markings, horizontal markings, you mark it, because we are going to be extending these lines. Do you understand? We are going to be extending these lines, okay. So this is my front pattern unfold, and I will label it the front. I'll be using it to cut out the back pattern, and this is my back pattern right here. But the back pattern now is going to be having a zip allowance, right? So this is my front pattern, okay. Don't bother about the, we came down by 1 inch here, is going to be there, don't worry about it. And then I will mark out my front pattern on the back pattern. Do you understand? And so this is going to be my zip allowance, which I'm going to be rolling. Let me roll it. This particular skirt pattern, I love it so much because it's no respecter of any rule. No that, no remove 2 inches from the back pattern, to no hip curve, nothing. The gown, they always they cut himself by curve himself by himself. He dey shape himself by himself. That's why I love it. So let me cut out the back pattern, and I will label it back pattern. Okay. Now the what I'm doing now, the ruffles is going to be only on the front, but if you still want the ruffle to be at the back, you can still work on it now. But let me finish this one. By the time I finish this one, you will still know how to add, you will by yourself know how to add that ruffles for the back, because it's just the same thing. But let me just concentrate on the front now, because that ruffles, that root you are seeing, came from the back to the front, right? So we are going to be joining, we are going to be separating the back pattern into what? Into two. Can you see? You see? So we are going to be joining it. We are going to join here and here, so that when you turn it round, you just attach your zip at the back. Can you see? Are you seeing what is happening? This is my front pattern and this is my back pattern. This is the side that has the zip. Okay, this is the side that is going to have the zip. So my own is to turn this, we want to turn this front and back into a straight piece, the same piece. To turn it into the same piece, so that we'll be able to have just one straight wrapper, one straight cloth that will only join at the back. Reason being that this particular side style does not have side seam, does not have any joining. So the only joining you can make is on the pattern. On the fabric, there's no joining. So I want to make it very easy for us, so that we can be able to transfer this now to our fabric, and it will be easy for us. Now, because we want to, there's not going to be any size zip. We are going to be joining all the front and the back side seam, and that's what we want to do now before we start to work on it. This style is very simple. I will not tell you lies. Just hold on, have an open mind towards it, and you can do it. Na styles like dis wey hard na im dey sell pass, and na im dey very easy to do. Okay, so because we are going to be needing our hip line for something, so I want to extend that hip line so that we will know it. Okay, I want to extend that hip line, and I want to also be take cognizance of our zip allowance for the back. You understand? So now I'm going to gum. Can you see that we have joined it? Is now a straight piece. Let's assume that we want to place it on a fabric now. Place it and cut. We are going to get one single fabric, no joining. But we have not finished joining. We have joined this side. We are also going to join this side. So how are we going to join this side? For this side to join, there's no way we will join this side without having a curve, and we don't want that curve. So we are going to split here. You are going to slit that hip line. That's the essence of that hip line I marked. Okay, we are going to split it. You will now shift it like so. Can you see? And you see also shift this one like so, and you join. Can you see now? Okay, so let's go ahead to join it. Can you see? Now the next thing for us to do, because this fabric has two joinings, one is in front, which is by the side like this, and one is at the back. We are going to be creating the second side seam. Okay, and I want mine to be in the middle. I told you I want to make middle so that you will understand, but let's assume that you are going with the one for the side. Okay, let me just go with the side, and for you to go with the side, you are going to get half of this one. Okay, you are going to get half of here, and half of here you will measure from here to here. Okay, and I got 2 inches, so I'm going to be getting half of it, and half of it is 1. That means if here to here is 1, I'll be measuring from here to here 1 inch, from here to here, from here to here 1 inch, from here to here 1 inch. Do you understand? And you connect with a straight ruler. Can you see? Now remember that this place is a slit, and if you watch this slit, it was curved out. Okay, is a slit, and if you watch this sleeve, this slit, it was curved out. So I'm going to be marking like depending on how you want it to curve. Okay, now depending on where you want the slit to start from, I want mine to start from the knee area. So from this knee area, I will curve out my hand like this. I will curve out my hand like this. Are you seeing? Now you are going to cut it out that way. The way you curved it out, you are going to cut it out. Okay, so after we have separated the slit area, you can see it has formed. It's remaining the ruffles. So that is that. Now the next thing you are going to do is to close this place, because where the ruffle is here. The ruffle is not here. But if you want this place to have ruffles, then you leave this place open. If you want the back, that is the zip side, to have ruffles like this, leave this place open. Okay, but if you don't want it to have ruffles, we are going to be closing it, and the only way you can close it is to open this place. Can you see? Can you see? This is the only way to close it. So you slit the hip line for the front pattern so that the back can close. Please pay correct attention to this thing. These things are very easy. Okay, and the reason why we are doing all this is because we don't want to drape on a fabric. It's not every time we don't want to drape on mannequin. This style is to be draped on mannequin, but because you can't have mannequin for all sizes, it might be a plus size person that will come, it might be a slim person that will come for the style. So since you don't know, this is the only way you can get a correct draping method So now we are still going to slit the front of this one so that we can close that back side. Can you see? We are closing it right now. So as you close it, you are transferring that opening to the front. The same thing here, as I'm closing it, after I'm transferring that opening to the front. Can you see? I'm transferring this opening to the front, like so. So can you see? I've transferred the opening for the back to the front, and the same thing was done here. I've transferred the opening to the front. Do you understand? I want to believe that you understand. So where we have the ruffles is in front, not at the back. That's why we are closing this one. But I'm saying if you want the ruffles at the back, leave the back open. If you also want there to be a gathering at the back, center back on the zip side, leave this thing you close there open. But me, I don't want it, so I closed it because the back is straight. Now where the ruffles is in front. So now, since where the ruffle is at the front, we have to take cognizance of where our ruffle started, which is the knee line. From here to the waistline, that's where you have the ruffles, right? So I will start ruling my lines. The same thing, you also do it to this one. Remember, you are slashing through even to the zip line. Now we have ruled our lines. We will now start slashing. Now after we start slashing, we will gather. Now when we are gathering, this is the measurement we are using. We are gathering from the knee line, which is, this is the knee line, right? This is the knee line. Okay, this is the knee line. So whatever we are gathering here will give us this measurement from here to here, back zip, because you know that this place is still equal to this side. Now I'm going to be slashing, and remember, the more you slash, the more voluminous your gathering will be. Okay, the more you slash, the more voluminous it's going to be. Okay, so I will place can you see? I will open it up properly, open it anyhow I like, because I want my gathering to be much. I will open it properly, and then when I'm marking, I will mark with 1 inch seam sewing allowance. Can you see? I will mark with 1 inch sewing allowance, and I will mark my knee line, because all these places will be gathered, but the knee line will remain. From the knee line down does not have any gathering. So remember that you are going to give 1 inch for this sewing allowance. Coming here too, you are going to give 1/2 inch or 1 inch for the sewing allowance. Okay, so this is for one side of the skirt. Remember that this is back plus front. Do you understand? Now we come to this side. The way we have ruled it, we are going to slash it and end it somewhere around the zip allowance. Can you see? Okay, and we spread it properly, spread it very well, anyhow we like. It must not be the same, but if you like, make it to be exactly the same, but it must not be the same. Now remember that there's no seam allowance for the zipper side. Okay, because the zipper side already has 2 inches sewing allowance. Then we are going to be adding 1 inch sewing allowance all round, 1 inch sewing allowance all round. Please, when doing your own, always pin it down. Oh, I'm just doing what I'm doing. Pin your own down so that it won't be moving. Pin it down. Okay, there's something I did not mark. I should be able to mark my knee. Okay, so whatever I'm pleating should not pass this knee. Now I'm going to be cutting out like this. Your skirt is ready. So this is now the main pattern of the skirt. This is now the main pattern of the skirt. Let me cut it out. So I pleat, I pleat, I pleat, I pleat, I pleat. I'm going to be cutting on this beautiful fabric. Okay, so I place like so. The way you have placed it, place it on the right side of the fabric. Okay, and you pin it down, but I won't be pinning this down because I want to be fast about this. So I'm going to be notching that knee line. Okay, I notched the knee line where I'm not supposed to. So I set this aside. I also take this one and I'm going to notch the knee line where I must not exceed. Okay, can you see? So this is our pattern. Okay, it's not equal because one side of the skirt is smaller than one side. Okay, so now this is where we are going to be pleating. You will pleat, 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 pleat. Okay, and make sure it gets to the length of here, that from here to here, from here to that knee line, you will pleat it in a way that from here to that knee line is going to be the same thing. From here to here is should be the same thing from here to here. Okay, and then from here to here is going to be the same thing with from here to here. Okay, so you are going to pleat this way. So let me go and join it on the machine and come back to show you. So now, if you pleated it equally, you should be able to place this thing like this. This is one side, this is one side. You will pleat. If you pleated it equally, you are going to pleat these two together. You can stitch these two together as in fabric, stitch it together and then use needle to pull it and the ruffles will form. But if you did not cut it equally, maybe one side is more than one side, then you are going to cut it separately on fabric and pleat it separately. And then now this is what I pleated. So this is my slit in front. Okay, and this is my skirt. So I'm going to be trimming out the waistline. Trim it the way you like and attach your band. Okay, your band can be a straight piece. I've already told you people, in ready to wear business, you don't do all this. I don't know how to say it again, but for this particular style that you have cut now, a straight piece, just a straight piece like this will form whatever you want it to form. Straight piece, because already this place, you know, we reduced 1 inch from the front pattern, so it has already formed. So this is it now, and this is our slit right here. So you are going to be bending anyhow you are comfortable with. Please invest in stay here so that this place will lay well. Okay, invest in stay so that it will lay well. So for now, this is your skirt pattern. So whatever top you want to add to it, it's
because it's a mini measurement, that's why you are seeing the ruffles only here. And then again, what the material you are going to be using to make this fabric matters a lot though. Please invest in Duchess brings it out more, or Lycra. If you are using Lycra, please make the fullness to be more, okay? Spread it very wide so the fullness, it will come out, okay? And then everything is ready. This is your skirt. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next video.